One thing to mention before we install our new print head, the very early models had plastic white chip clips that fit into these places here. Of course, all the newer models do not have them. If you have a machine that does, you need to remove those during the removal of the print head, actually before you pull the print head out, before you even remove the housing cable. All right, let's begin installing the new print head. We need to take the new print head, hold it in our hand with the ribbon cable plugs facing towards us. We need to take the big ribbon cable first, that's the one that's going to go down, with the blue tab facing up towards us. Gently put it into the slot and then gently push it in. Now let's take the smaller ribbon cable, and to make sure you're putting it in the right way, it's going to be blue on blue. Again, get it into the slot and then push it into place. Okay, now we're ready to place the print head into the carriage. Push it towards the back, and then let's adjust our ribbon cable. The ribbon cable has little plastic slots that hold it in place, plus we have our tape here that helped hold it further in place. Now in the next step, we need to go ahead and put the retainer bar back in. This notch is the notch that pushes on the print head, and it's what needs to go in first. In the reverse order we took it out, we just put it back in. Now down here we have a little post that these little notches fit on. We need to line it up and push it down. Now we can go ahead and put the screws in. We do not want to tighten them down all the way because we still need to put that spring back into place. Be careful not to tighten these screws down too much, because they are like wood screws and they're screwing into plastic. It's easy to strip that plastic out. Just a few times. Now we will put the spring back into place. There we go. Now it's putting the tension on the bar, pushing up against the head. We can tighten these screws down. Okay, next, replace our springs. Now we need to put on the ribbon cable housing. The ribbon cable housing has three little tabs here that hold the ribbon in place. It's important that we get these on the ribbon cable the right way. If we don't and we turn on the print head will make its movement and it will tear these ribbon cables. Start by putting your finger under the ribbon cable and bringing the housing in this way. You can use your finger to guide them into the tabs. Now you need to line them up with the place they need to go. Make sure you have this piece on this far side. Now we're over the right place but not in place. We need to push a little pressure on this back piece here to get it started. Now it's on its way to locking in place, but before we snap it down, one last check to make sure that the ribbon cable, both pieces, are in those tabs. Once they're in place, we can go ahead and push down and pop these pieces into place. Now we need to go ahead and put this lid back on. And the last thing we need to do is get our dampers into place. This right here is the reason why we want these coated, so we know which one goes where. It may help to actually put it in place. Clip it in here, and then one by one get them into place. There's our black. And when you get them on the nozzle, just push down gently. And if you forget what order they go in, you've got a guide here that shows you the placements. Now, once we get that done, we're complete. We need to go ahead, plug the printer back in, power it up, and we need to probably run an ink fill to get it filled all the way back up after we've opened the valves, and then run a few head cleaning cycles to get the print head primed again, and your printer should be ready for printing.